Hello, Libras. Thank you very much for joining this reading session. This is your November prediction for sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign in Libra people. Earlier this month, we just had a solar eclipse, and also a new moon occurred in the zodiac sign of Libra. The energy was really intense, and to be honest, for about 3, 4 days around the new moon, I was not able to sleep at all. This solar eclipse was kind of like, all about releasing the past because it was a South Node conjunction. And I believe that also many of you Libra people might have felt this intense energy because this is a solar eclipse occurring in your own sign, right? And remember, Libra is related and associated with the energy of relationship and also legal matters and justice system. And so if in any of these areas in your life that you still have something that you are not able to release and you still feel unresolved, this solar eclipse happened 3 weeks ago was a great indication and a hint for you to understand what needs to be released and what needs to be digested, let's put it this way, so that we can also move forward with a brand new future, right? Now, with all that being said, today, of course, we're going to use Oracle of the Mythic Heroes and Oracle of the Celestial Deities, together with some other tarot cards pool to read your energy. All right. Now, first of all, we're going to pull 4 cards from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. We're going to look at your general energy, your communication, and your interaction with the people around you. We're going to look at your career, and finally, we're going to look at your personal relationships. Okay. Now, first of all, your main energy, Libra, is Atlanta. Your communication and interaction with the people around you, we have got Mercury. I like this card sitting in this position, okay? Because Mercury actually rules Gemini and Virgo and is associated with talking, writing language. So this all actually shows that Libra people, this month in November, you guys are going to be very in line with your speech. And the communication energy is actually quite strong for you guys. For your career and professional development, Libras, you have got Pluto. Okay. Now, finally, for your love and relationship, we have got Eros. All right. Very interesting energy. All right. So now we're going to pull 3 more cards from Mythic Tarot just to get a little bit extra advice and guidance, okay, about your November energy. We're going to pull 3 cards again for these 3 different areas. Okay. Your universe, please provide us with some useful guidance and wisdom for all the Libras watching our video. All right. First card for your communication, we have got 8 of Cups. Very interesting. Now, for your career and your professional development, we have got 6 of Wands. Okay. Finally, for our love life, for all the Libras, we have got Knight of Swords. Okay. Very interesting. So Libras, you start your energy with Atlanta. In Greek mythology, Atlanta was a very successful huntress. She was considered as, one of the few heroines in Greek mythology. As you know, Greek myth is a very male-dominated, system, and there are not a lot of female heroes out there, but Atlanta was one of them. You can even see on the picture she holds a sword, and there's some golden apples kind of like floating around her. In a good way, Atlanta is talking about you needing to either set your boundaries this month or understand your self-value. All right. Atlanta, in her life, she knew who she was. She knew that what she wanted to achieve. She knew what she wanted to strive to become. And so this is about your personal goals, and your determination and your sense of tenacity to overcome challenges. But one thing you also need to know is that try to do this for yourself instead of doing all the things because you want to prove yourself to other people or you want that validation from other people, right? Because sometimes, the subconscious desire or the subconscious motivation actually could be either healthy or unhealthy. Let's say you're working really hard or you are doing a lot of things, right? And from other people's perspective, you might be, deemed as a hardworking person or a dedicated person, but maybe deep down the motivation is not really about doing this for ourselves, but it's because we want to win the validation. We want to win the praise. We want to win the acknowledgement from someone else. We want to hear someone else saying to us, wow, you're amazing, right? You've done a great job. I love you, right? These kind of things. And because we subconsciously we rely on other people's feedback too much. And that's why we're really trying. Now, what's wrong with that? Okay. Now, in mythology, Atlanta, she really worked hard and she tried her best to become a huntress. And the reason was because her father abandoned her when she was young, when she was a baby. And the reason was because her father wanted a son instead of a daughter. So Atlanta was trying to be a man, let's put it this way. She was trying to behave like a man, speak like a man, and live her life like a man, so that she will finally be able to live up to the standards of either her father or the society. But you know what, which was very funny was eventually when her father acknowledged her effort and success and reunited with her, the only wish from her father was to have her marry a man so that the father could have a son-in-law. I mean, isn't that ironic, right? When Atlanta was trying to be the son for the father, but all the father wanted was for her to marry someone else, and so that the father would have a boy or have a man in the family. So Atlanta tells you that it's important. Of course, you're hardworking, you're doing a lot of things, you're determined, right? You're very tough, but always know that you're doing this because you want to do it for yourself, not because you want to do this to win other people's validations. And once you can actually shift your perspective on this, a lot of the result will actually come to you much easier. All right. This is one thing that I really want to say. Now, with your communication, you got Mercury, like what I mentioned earlier. Mercury is really talking about, communication, curiosity, talking, speaking, writing. So it seems like there's going to be a lot of communication happening for you this month, in the month of November, Libras. And because you got Eight of Cups below that, now a lot of the conversation I believe that you're going to have, either this could be, surrounding the concept of relationships, right? Or this could even be about, just with just friends or family members. Eight of Cups is always talking about what you're ready to release. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video on this, the South Node solar eclipse that you guys just experienced. Well, we all experienced that actually. But it happened in the zodiac sign of Libra, so it was specifically important and strong for you. It was all about release. It was all about letting go. It was all about, okay, that happened in the past, and what am I ready to move towards, and what I'm ready to move away from, right? So I do feel that a lot of the conversation is surrounding that part. Perhaps you will have the guts, or you will have the opportunity to express what works for you and what does not work for you anymore, and when or how you're ready to move on to the next thing. Now, there's also one possibility that there's going to be a fair-haired woman, okay? Either she's a blonde or some kind of, light-colored hair female that is going to have this conversation with you, okay? This could be about maybe an advisor, a good friend. Maybe you two will get together and talk about, you know, this kind of like, moving onto the next chapter journey, right, for you. Um, you have got in your career, you have got the Pluto in there. Now, Pluto usually is talking about some kind of significant transformation change in your career. So for some of you guys, this could be about maybe you just ended a job, right? You completed your previous job and now you're ready to move on to the new career. Or this could be about right now you're in the middle of a transition, right, between two careers or two jobs or two projects. But either way, Pluto is actually giving you the sense of ending and completion. Because you got Six of Wands below that, what I will tell you is that whatever that you're ready to wrap up and move on to the next thing, it's going to be a successful transition. Six of Wands, this card is all talking about success, it's talking about victory, it's also talking about your personal pride. So this is definitely showing that the transition that you're going through, either now in the recent past, or if you're still considering it, it's going to be a successful one. So just make sure that you are, all physically and mentally ready to move on to the next chapter. Now, Pluto's change does not have to be about, on the surface, right? Moving from one company to another. Of course, this could be about the one of the scenarios, but usually based on my experience, Pluto's transformation could even be about maybe you are you're ready to go a little bit more like deeper, right, within your career and to explore what other things that you're ready to be committed to, that you're ready to excavate, right, from the subconscious. And this could be about your hidden talent, hidden skills, the things you have never really expressed before, but actually it has been sort of like hidden in you, right? Like a hidden talent, something like that. And so if there's something that you are thinking, okay, I've never done that before, but I've always been attracted to that, and I do want to give it a try, and I do believe that this month, in the month of November, you will have the opportunity to actually focus on that. Okay. Now, because you got Pluto and Eight of Cups, right? Kind of like not in the same line, but together with the communication there, I do feel that for a lot of you guys who are going through transitions in your career, I do feel that it's also important that you communicate your needs, how you want to go through the transition, how you want to make the change. This could be about talking to your boss, talking to your supervisors, talking to your good friends, and about, okay, I'm ready to move on to the next role or moving on to the next company, moving on to the next challenge for me, right? The next mission, because I have learned enough and I have done enough in my past. All right. So this is something quite important. And I do believe that a lot of the Libras out there who are listening to this video, you guys are actually, you do have ambition. You do have things that you want to achieve. For you, it's not all about relationships. When people talk about Libra, they all think about, okay, Libra is just all about relationships and love and this and that. But it's not. You guys, having the Atlanta in the first house, you guys have a very strong sense of what is right or what is wrong and what you're supposed to do, right? It's just sometimes with Libra energy, you tend to be a little bit hesitant. Let's put it this way. Okay. Now, when it comes to love and relationships, now there are several different scenarios. If you are single, okay, Libras, this month there could be some distractions. Now, actually, either you are with someone or what's the right word? You are single, you are with someone. There's definitely some kind of distraction, okay, coming up. This could be about someone interested in you, talking to you, flirting with you, things like that. But you need to know what your boundaries are, okay? And you got Atlanta in the first house, and your love life has got Eros here. Now, this is literally talking about a distraction. This is someone who is kind of like talking to you and kind of like getting your attention, but they are not necessarily the best for you, specifically when it comes to a long-term marriage or a long-term relationship. Now, if you are already in a relationship, this could be about someone outside your relationship, okay? Maybe distracting you or talking to you, kind of like things like that. But definitely, I mean, this energy, first of all, what I want to say to you is this is really just a temporary thing. I don't see this person stay around you for too long. They might just show up and then they might disappear like that because you got Knight of Swords, okay, below that. This is a very that kind of erratic and not very long-lasting energy. And so if you know that you're already committed to someone, so be committed to it. Okay. And as long as you know that's the relationship you want, and whatever distractions out there, you do need to be logical and rational about it and know that, okay, I'm committed to this person. This is no, 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 no. Okay, this is not distracting me, and I don't like this energy. And if you're single, I think this month could be a very good time for you to just to have fun and meet people because Aries energy could be very flirtatious. Now, this could be about you go to events, you go to parties, you go to gatherings, you go to some kind of people's house and attend some kind of events and birthday things like that, and then people are chit chat and then you might meet some new people. It could be fun, but again, I don't really know if this is the right marriage or the right long-term commitment energy for you guys. But I would highly recommend an active communication during this period of time. Knight of Swords, this energy, sometimes it's about travel as well. So for some of you guys, this month could also be about you traveling, okay? Maybe with a loved one or going somewhere to see a loved one, someone that you are interested in. So if you are single and you want to travel this month and you wonder, what you should do during your trips, I would highly also recommend that you attend social events, be open towards new connections. But just know that, the true and authentic and healthy connections will usually come with time. Okay, so try not to rush. The most important thing when I'm looking at this gender spread is just that Libra, you need to know your personal value. You need to know who you are. Sometimes, when people have too much Libra energy, they tend to focus less on their value, but they tend to focus more on other people's values, right? And they tend to think, what do they want? What do they think? Right? Do they like me? Right? Do they think I'm okay? So it's a very much sort of like, we rely on other people's feedback or their validation, and so that we know we're on the right track. But usually that's not right. For you guys, this month is really about understanding what your personal boundaries are and what your personal value is, and who do you want to be for you, not to for other people so that they will like you. Okay, if you know what I mean. And I have to tell you that once you really become an authentic self, people will like you and people will love you because you are shining truly from your core. All right. Now, finally, we're going to pull one more card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. Now, let's just get a little bit extra message, all right, for all the Libras out there for the month of November. Dear universe, thank you so much. Please provide us with one useful advice and guidance for all the Libras out there. Oh, something jumped out. We're just going to take this one. Well, that was focus. Okay. Now I remember someone else also pulled out this card. Okay, maybe for another zodiac sign that I did yesterday. This card usually tells you that to really focus on what is important to you and what is your priority. Now remember earlier I said this month is about knowing who you are, your value, your boundaries instead of other things. I really feel that this card tells you to be very meticulously focused on what you want to achieve. And I want to say achieve, right? I'm not just talking about your work or your study. I'm talking about your life goal. What is important to you, right? And focus on that and do not be distracted, like what I said earlier, specifically when it comes to personal relationships. Do not be distracted by unnecessary people or unnecessary comments out there, because sometimes they can be quite confusing. However, having said that, Daedalus, this card is actually related to work anyway, because this figure is he's actually quite famous in Greek mythology. He was the creator of Labyrinth. He's a very crafted architect and a builder. And so, he does carry this kind of work ethics and, hardworking energy. So what I also say to you guys is, celebrate your achievement in your work when it comes to career. You have got Six of Wands, which is already a very good transition, successful transition energy with Pluto. So I do feel that, when you're going through whatever transition in your career or in your study at this moment, just focus on what you want to achieve and how you want to take things to the next level. And learn from your past, but do not stay with your past too much. All right. Thank you so much, all the Libras. I'm really glad that I'm doing this reading for you guys. Hope this is helpful. And of course, remember, if you enjoy the reading, click on subscribe button and like it, share it with the people you care about. As always, remember to share our positive energy with them, right? Thank you so much, Libra, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.